Uh-oh. Why? And right here, even if you didn't recruit Twilight, she'll just show up for some reason. Because she has to do this here, where she'll turn into an Alicorn. Don't you mean every pony? Well, there's another update for us a little later. Why can't we just use the warp spell? Oh, maybe that's why. Ew. Well, that sucks. They're doing a little more than fading there, Celestia. They're being obliterated, it looks like. She might be okay. Oh, Twy! And we get actually another really nice song, which is actually, I forget what do they call this kind of thing? Where it's like a compilation of several different songs throughout the game, which is mostly the main character's theme songs, but I forget what they call it. Someone will tell me, I know. But yeah, I like this ending, even if it is, well, I don't know. I mean, it's arguable. I mean, well, whatever. It's a nice ending. I like it. I have not seen it yet, so there's a certain part that I don't know what they've changed. And I like the way, I don't even know if they could have changed that, but I do like the references to the original characters because they are playing those characters' parts. So yeah, Applejack is Cyan Garamond? Garamond, I think, would be, I don't know. We didn't really establish too much about your lack of machines, honestly. Even, I mean, Phantom Train and everything, and Crystal stuff. But come on, AJ, it's just a button. I guess. Yeah, we get a little bit of everyone. Not everybody, but every pony cadence. Setzer Gabbiani. Sorry you weren't really that useful in the world of Ruin there, Dash, but I didn't really have a whole lot of use of you since Dive isn't very good. It's neutered way too much with the extra defense of the game, of the monsters in the game. Huh. Where was this in the dungeon? Who you calling rookies? We're freaking princesses! Guess they couldn't change the coins there. Yeah, this is what Edgar and Sabin look like in the original game. Edgar Roni Figaro and, what was it, Sabin Renee Figaro, I think it was? Something like that. I think you pronounce that Renee, don't you? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, one character that had to come with you. If you don't have Luna here, then this is a little different, but I don't know what it looks like. Aww. Because she has the ability to throw steel girders. Jeez! If only your Eclipse was that good, but oh well. Pinky as herself! But yeah, as Mog. Technically a secret character, really, but because he's only forced into your party in one part of the game at the very, very beginning. We can't use our wings in this game, so I'll do this instead. And Magic apparently is dying, so... Well, your hair is kind of like semi-sentient or something, so... Well, maybe not so much that. It's prehensile hair. Sorry I didn't use you more, Mod. But I mean, heck, I used you as Spike only for the most part, except for the Coliseum. Did you? Oh, nice shortcut. No problem. Mod, I do kind of want to know what you say whenever we meet Discord, though. I could so see that helmet on you, Trixie. I so could. It's flashy enough. Love this song. It's also very fitting of Trixie. Quick, Trixie! Use your showmanship skills! Or something like that. She even blinks at the same time. Haha! Alright, let's... oh. But apparently Trixie didn't make it out. But this is actually probably one of my overall favorite character themes right here, and you don't hear it very often. You only hear it like twice in the game. So, maybe 3 times, not including this part, but... Oh. Dang, are you riding the rock? Holy cow! I guess. Here, go this way! She rides the rock again. Oh, hey Flash, we almost forgot about you. I don't know why he's represented. Oh, it's actually more Cadence is represented. But oh, actually, no, that's the bandana next to the flowers, isn't it? I never noticed that before. I always thought that was just an extension of the bouquet. Huh. Yeah, this scene also will be different if you don't have Flash. I'm not sure how, but it will be. Or in what way? I don't know. How did you know it was about to break? You know, back there, Flash, you actually kind of looked like you had a horn. I'll never let go! Ah. You know, Flash, we haven't really established your romance with Cadence that much. It's been more of a loyalty thing than love through most of the game. Oh, actually, no, it's not so much the wine glasses, it's actually the pendant. Not that it's a pendant in this game, it's actually a ribbon, but... I don't know if they could possibly change those particular graphics, at least that easily. Or if they'd even be able to do it to where it would look that well either, so... that might not be possible there. Oh. She gets to talk to her mom one last time. By the way, all this dialogue is going by on its own. I have no control over it. Really? Huh. Nice spoiler, Mom! Sweetie Belle, of course, with the paintbrush. Didn't really end up using the new sketch that much. I still didn't find too many uses for it. The couple I did find that were not related to, like, instant death abilities or what have you were still pretty good, but... yeah, sketch is still only kind of, like, so-so. And obviously here, if you don't have rarity, then this scene will be a little different, but... don't draw me! Don't draw me like your French mares! Did I just make 2 Titanic references in one video? Wow. Now this is the part I'm most interested in. Pony Fantasy changed this part interestingly. Let's see what Philly Fantasy does. Oh, Fluttershy. Fluttershy? What are you doing? Oh? Oh. Neat. That means that some pony else could have flown too. Some ponies else, but okay. Yeah, because in the original game, it's suggested that Shadow stays there and dies. So, and as far as I'm aware, no, despite some rumors, there is no way to change that ending. Getting all the dreams does not change that as far as I'm aware. In fact, I know it doesn't. So, I'm too beautiful and young to die! I have no other motivation than that! I recently came to realize that they actually didn't give Fluttershy's dad a name anyway. He's just called Mr. Shy. So, although apparently it might be subject to change, who knows? So it would be kind of difficult to put at least a name to him in the flashbacks, although I don't think they ever actually said anything beyond, like, anything too specific there, so... actually doesn't look too bad there, Twy. I mean, it doesn't look that much different from your, well, other form in Pony Fantasy, but... I can kind of see that as a bit of a recolor of the one from Pony Fantasy, since it is still using, well, mostly using the Pony Fantasy sprites. They were redone a bit, especially Cadance there. Oh no, Twy! Random children near a waterfall that shouldn't exist anymore. It's like when Discord died, the world, like, went back together in some parts or something. I don't know. Where were you guys standing? Oh. That's right, I kind of forgot about you two. Oh, is the baby coming? Dash, what did you do? Or maybe this is Pinky's fault. Another wild party. What do you mean, just a little longer? I don't get what you mean by that line there. That wasn't in the original, was it? I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Oh! Caught her! Doesn't have wings anymore, though. Thanks for the last-minute save. Kind of like when I first met you. Now that I think about it. And so, the credits roll, and that's basically the ending. The world is, well, I guess, presumed to be restored-ish, or at least it can start to restore. really like this mod. It, in my opinion, is a bit of a step up from Pony Fantasy. Pony Fantasy has its merits. It is fun, in part because, well, it's a bit easier than this one in general, but there's a lot of things I probably could have compared between the two throughout the game that I never really did. But, yeah, for the most part, I really do like Philly Fantasy even more than I did Pony Fantasy. It is a bit more difficult to a degree. It's kind of interesting the way, well, both games turn out. Like, I mean, I guess I could put some comparisons out there. Like, I mean, well, like I was just saying, Pony Fantasy is a little easier, but the way it works is like it's progressively gets, you know, harder as the game goes on. It starts off really easy in the world of balance, whereas Philly Fantasy, honestly, after the Crystal Manufactory, progressively gets a little easier, with the exception of the Floating Continent, if you know what you're doing. Because if you're not going after, like, the equipment in the Colosseum and stuff, then you're going to have a lot of, you know, difficulties in certain areas and whatnot compared to, well, what I had there. So, yeah, I can see where it would actually be a bit harder if you don't, you know what you're doing as far as, like, Colosseum and everything goes. Because, yeah, once that opens up, the game, for the most part, gets a lot easier. I mean, there are some difficult things, but yeah, in general, I like what Philly Fantasy did with the game better overall. If, I did just say Philly Fantasy, right? Yeah, I do like what that one did better overall. But yeah, if Pony Fantasy did anything particularly well, like better than Philly, I'd say that it was in the few instances where it bothered to change the AI scripts for the bosses, it did exceptionally well. Quick Fix was particularly good at the making AI scripts. In particular, the Ultima weapon. That was a really good fight. I mean, it's pretty darn hard in this game, but just the way it works in Philly Fantasy, or sorry, Pony Fantasy, I liked very much. And then the Founders or Warring Triad were especially fun, if not also difficult. They were difficult in this game, but more so because of their ultimate attacks than like the way they were designed in Pony. And also the 8 dragons minus the gold dragon, because the gold dragon, for whatever reason, was never finished as far as its AI script goes. I don't know why, but yeah, those also, for the most part, were very interesting. I mean, not like terribly challenging. Not that the wraths, for the most part, were that challenging anyway, either. But you know, if you had what you could defend against and all that. But yeah, you could use like status effects and stuff from like the original game. There was various reasons why, you know, you had to use some, well, different strategies to defeat each of them. You couldn't just, you know, go in with just straight up, you know, elemental defense and masquerade and basically win every time. Which, you know, it changes up a little bit, but, you know, it wasn't that different. It might be the only thing I could really knock is just some of the AI scripts aren't terribly interesting. Like the final super boss in Pony Fantasy is really well done, in my opinion. It's just a very long, you know, difficult fight for the most part. Took some pretty good strategy and all that, but otherwise, you know, Philly Fantasy, again, I do like it a lot better, just what it did overall. Philly Fantasy really limited your offensive capabilities compared to Pony, which you just were so offensive. You had so many offenses as far as your power goes. It was just crazy. But you were a little bit more limited in your defense in that game because you couldn't really protect yourself against multiple elements as easily like you can in this one. Although it made up for that a bit by lowering your HP here in Philly Fantasy. So all those extra defenses were very much warranted because you really needed them in certain cases. So yeah, overall, I really like this mod. I don't have very much to complain about, other than maybe some of the changed AI scripts were a little on the simple side. But yeah, otherwise, I really like the changes overall. I think they worked a little bit better than what Pony Fantasy ultimately did. Though that game is fun in its own right. Yeah, especially since it's a little easier, so that might be a bit of a better start if you find this one to be a bit too challenging in certain places, especially the Crystal Manufactory, which I still think is the overall highest difficulty outside of the Floating Continent. So, well, yeah. So long, every pony. Although I will be seeing you for at least one more video after this. But yeah, the world is being rebuilt with Green Pinkie Pie! I've never seen you anywhere before! What the heck? Where'd you come from? Oh, in this case, it actually makes sense that they're both up there, because it's like they're talking as princesses. What the? Yeah, it's not Edgar hitting on Celeste. Or Celestia hitting on Trixie, like it wasn't Pony Fantasy. Oh! I did the same thing! Or rather, didn't do the same thing. In both this game and Pony Fantasy, I forgot to step on the grass back there. They were planting that plant that you saw, and if you step there, they're like, "Don't step on it!" And I forgot to do that in both games! What do you know? Are they going to use the same graphic for this? I don't know what exactly Twilight does, but... Stand in the wind! Yeah, it's basically the same one. Yeah, the original Terra, or Tina, original Japanese, but yeah, Terra is, wearing a ponytail for the whole game. Appropriate in this one. Yeah, she's wearing a ponytail in the whole game. She lets it out in that scene, so that made just a little bit more sense there, but there's only so much you can do. Yeah, it's like the world restored itself after Discord was defeated. Because all those rivers and this forest and everything don't really exist anymore. I'm glad it doesn't have the little lightning bolts that Pony Fantasy added. I kind of thought that was silly. Wrapping up. I don't know what they did afterwards. But yeah, so ends Philly Let's Play Philly Fantasy 6. Except I do have one last super boss to go fight, which I will be doing next time. On, I guess, technically the true finale of Let's Play Philly Fantasy 6. Arrivederci!